beautiful beaders, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I have the Beads of the Month Club for August 2020. I received the double club version of the 11 Miyuki Delicas, and as many of you guys know, the Beads of the Month Clubs, there's many different kinds you can subscribe to. I will leave the link down below, as well as a coupon code, which is Opal10, and that will save you 10% off the first month of your first subscription. Now, this is the rotating club, so I rotate through all 6 of their subscriptions. Every month is different. And as you'll see if you visit their page, you're able to do that or just stick to one particular club. So with the Delicas, it looks like the theme this month is called Raspberry Mojito. We'll get into those beads in just a second. And then on top of that, I have another bag, as you can see, and this is their Findings Companion Pack, which is something they started doing in the past year. If you are a subscriber of any of their bead clubs, you can choose to get the Findings Companion Pack added on for an additional $12.95 per month. So we'll get into this after we get into the beads. Let's first take a look at this and do our little flip over and take a little peek at what I received this month. Oh wow, what a beautiful combination of colors that is. Some beautiful pinky purples and different finishes, and also these gorgeous greens. So we'll take a look at all of these one by one. As you can see on the front of the package here, we have the list of the color names of everything that is included, as well as the retail cost. So you can see that you do save a little bit over retail by getting a club like this. And it's great for you guys that love the element of surprise. One other perk I like to mention is that they do have a free patterns page that changes every month as well. So each month that you are a subscriber, you will have access to a special link that they print at the bottom of your invoice, and that'll take you to 3 new patterns that you can download. And oftentimes they will include some of the more unusually shaped beads, which is helpful if you're new to working with those. So without further ado, I'm going to open this up and we will go down the list and take a look at each of these beautiful containers of beads. All right, let's start out here with the color called Galvanized Berry. I am super excited about this color because I love getting the metallics. They're also on the more pricey side in terms of Delica bead colors, and this is so unique and beautiful. It's not like a normal silver, gold, neutral type of metallic. It's got that beautiful shade of rosy pink that will be a unique addition to the stash of Delicas that I currently have. And there is a look at a handful of this color, so you can see that up close. You can see how uniform these Delica beads are. They sit together like little bricks, just perfectly. Awesome for brick stitch and for peyote stitch in particular. Next is another metallic, and this is called Galvanized Dark Mint Green. I feel like I've gotten this color before, maybe last year. I remember one of the clubs that I received, the theme was a green and purple type combination, but I love this color as well. It's a gorgeous, vibrant, very fresh spearmint type of green. And again, just look at that handful of beautiful metallic, so glossy and shiny, and will reflect the light beautifully in projects. If you are curious about what to do with Delica beads, I did just recently set up a playlist with some of the Delica bead tutorials that I've shared, some of the beaded rings and beaded earrings that you've seen me post, and there will definitely be more to come in the future. Our next container contains the transparent pale orchid color. Look at this gorgeous lilac shade, pinky purple and transparent like it says. You can see right through the glass. And there's a peek at the handful of these, very subtle with just a hint of color. And as you can see already, Beads of the Month Club does a great job at not only putting together these monthly themes, but also when you get things like this, they're all different. Even if you're getting all Delicas, you're getting all different finishes, mixes like metallics and transparent, opaque, different AB finishes. I had even gotten a beautiful Picasso theme one time, so it's always a fun surprise to see what they send. All right, for our 4th container, we have this one called Transparent Pale Green Mist. Another transparent color, this time in the green tone. Another one of these very pale and subtle colors, but also a nice contrast to some of our opaque and metallic colors. that we see inside this theme this month. You can see that when I put these in my hand, it's just that subtle light hint of color, that very pale celery green. And they kind of take on a little bit more of their color when they're stacked together, and when they sit kind of off by themselves, that's when they get to look much more pale. For our fifth color, we have one called Dyed Opaque Antique Rose, and these make me want a scoop of raspberry flavored ice cream. Look at that delicious pinky purple color. This is a stunning opaque tone, and they are the dyed variety. So you can see how the color is really concentrated there on the outside, and then inside the hole, you can see that lighter whitish cast. These dyed varieties always remind me of like a painted ceramic with a shiny glossy glaze over the top. Such a beautiful shade to add to this theme for sure. It makes me think of doing projects with floral themes, leafy themes. I have a tutorial I shared a while ago for a peyote stitch ring that is in a vine and floral shape, and I think this color combo would look beautiful in that pattern in particular. All right, for our sixth container, these are called Opaque Light Mint, another very fresh shade of green, really balancing out our raspberry tones. This is one of my absolute favorite shades of green. It's kind of a pastel, very light and fresh tone that looks great contrasted with darker colors. Here is container number 7, which is stunning. It contains the Claret lined Opal AB. Oh my goodness, I love this color so much. And not just because it has opal in the name. Look at that rainbow or AB finish and that creamy raspberry color. These are stunning. They just kind of glow in my hand. You can see that little handful, and I'm just moving them around a little bit so you can get the effect of the light bouncing off of them. Super glossy and have that creamy opalescent-like effect where they are opaque, but the top layer is sort of translucent at the same time. And then for our last and 8th container of Miyuki Delicas, we have the color called Matte Opaque Green AB. Just a very subtle AB finish on these with the matte. Can just barely pick that up. I would consider this to be a medium kind of Kelly green. Again, a different finish than we have seen so far with the matte and the AB combination. These are opaque and a little bit of a more vibrant, deeper tone of green than some of the other ones that we've gotten here. And I think a beautiful way to wrap up this Raspberry Mojito Delica theme. And there's our colors all together. Isn't that beautiful? So something I want to mention, if you do use the coupon code that I provided, that alerts the Beads of the Month Club that you are one of my viewers. So they do try to put you on the same rotation as me, and they try to send you the same theme. However, that could change depending on their stock levels and availability. So if you guys are on the same rotation, you may have gotten the Raspberry Mojito, but you may have gotten a different theme this month. Also, something to note is that they do offer single clubs and double clubs. So this is the double club version of the Delica Beads of the Month. And in this one, as you can see, you get 8 tubes of different colors in your club, and they contain 10 grams of beads per tube. So this club costs $39.95 per month. If you wanted to get the single club, you'd get half the quantity of beads. So you'd still get 8 containers of different colors, but you'd get 5 grams of Delicas per tube instead of the 10. The single club costs $24.95 a month plus shipping, but it's nice that they have so many different options, and that's why I really recommend you just take a look at their website and see what clubs are right for you and your beading style and your budget, because they really do have a lot to offer. So now that we've taken a look at the beads, let's take a peek at the Findings Companion Pack that they sent for this month. It looks like we're going to have a gunmetal type tone to take a look at. And these are always very high quality findings that they send. They match the quality of the beads. And they have been sending some really unique and interesting findings, which are not always the most fun thing for me personally to pick out. So it's kind of nice to get these types of things as a surprise each month. And some of the items they send are really inspiring. So here's a look at our gunmetal tone findings. Every month, the tone of metal changes, and even once in a blue moon, they may send a very colorful set of findings. So you're sure to get some unique things. I feel like this companion pack is really chock full. All right, so the first thing we're gonna look at, it's called Focal Piece, and that's gotta be this piece right here. Something like this is full of possibilities. You can see all the different openings that it has, which would lend itself to all sorts of different beadwork and gets you thinking really creatively about what you can do with something like this, whether you turn it into a pendant, some type of lariat style focal, lots of possibilities. The next item on our list, we can see it's 4 chandelier earring findings. I love that twisted detail that these have, very geometric, isosceles triangle shape with our 3 loops on one end and 1 on the other. So these, of course, could be used as chandelier earring findings, but they could also be used as multi-strand necklace connectors. And again, they are open on the inside, so you could even embellish the opening or just keep it open. Lots of possibilities there for these items. And very sturdy, even though they look very delicate, they don't feel like I could bend them at all unless I put an extreme amount of pressure on them. And they coordinate really well with our other findings in this pack, which is important, especially when you're getting something like a gunmetal tone. Maybe it's not as common. A lot of times will either have silver or gold. But when you get a color that's a little bit more unusual, you need other things to work along with that. So they've included these interesting findings, such as these 2 leaf links as well, but also some basics, as you'll see. These are gorgeous. They are the same on both sides, and they have a loop on either side as well. Lots of openings on these, and they have 1 loop turned in one direction and the other loop turned in another. I love anything leafy like that, so I'm very happy with this type of component. And we've also received 3 of these 5-strand toggle clasps as well in this coordinating tone of gunmetal. I'm very impressed that they included 3 of those in this set. And as you can see, you just pinch down on that lever to disconnect that clasp. Here is a look at the back. They're very smooth and just not an everyday item. Getting into our more common items though, here is a toggle clasp, and this is excellent quality. This is very thick, but also very smooth. Has a nice little weight to it. The bar and the loop are the same on either side with just a classic kind of minimal design. We also have a total of 6 of these ear wires, so you can make yourself 3 pairs of earrings, as well as these stoppers are included. So this being one of those great basics to have included with this type of a color tone. And a whole bag of 100 pieces of crimp tubes. And look how sturdy and thick these look as well. Those for sure look like they will hold your heavier projects in place. And a whole bag of 144 pieces of wire protectors. That's awesome. That is a lot. And it's an item that I use all the time. I'm excited to get these in the coordinating metal. We also have some of these beautiful quality spear head pins. These are 2 inches in length at 22 gauge, and there's 14 pieces included. They are kind of hammered in this flattened diamond shape at the bottom, so just a little bit different and more artistic than a head pin with a flat base. Wide enough there to hold your beads in place. And then finally, a little handful here of 14 coordinating jump rings in a 5mm size and an 18 gauge thickness of wire, so nice and thick and also very smooth and glossy. And another item that we would definitely need in this Findings Companion Pack. So that is everything that I received for the month of August 2020. You'll have to let me know down below if you received the same themes or if you received something different. Once again, I'm very happy with this club. I'm happy with everything they sent. All the contents are very high quality, what I've come to expect from the Beads a Month Club, and you can tell that the theme is really well thought out. If you're interested in trying out one of their subscriptions, don't forget to use the coupon code OPAL10, which will save you 10% off your first month of your first club. And I do have a playlist sharing months and months of these types of unboxings if you'd like to get a better feel for the types of things that they've sent over the past couple of years. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me for this unboxing. I hope it was helpful for you and enjoyable. I hope you'll stick around for much more to come and see some of these beads and findings pop up in some finished pieces along the way. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. I hope you're staying healthy and creative. I'll see you guys real soon, and until next time, as always, happy beading. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. For more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of my latest videos. You can check out the information section below this video for links to all my social media handles, recommended products, and my shop and blog at orchidandopal.com. Thanks for watching.